What's going on, ladies and gents? Delabo here for T3G, and welcome back to another tech video. Today, we're going to be setting up my new Mac Mini. Come on! As you may know, I already had a MacBook Pro. I wanted to switch to a desktop because primarily what I like on the Mac is the Mail app, and I like Time Machine, and my biggest concern with Mail is making sure I have a backup. The whole idea here is that I'm just gonna have, this is basically gonna be for just making sure I stay connected, that I have my mail all in there, and that it's always backed up regardless of what happens. The MacBook Pro I'm actually selling the hottest, gives him a nice light laptop because he's had a giant monster Asus gaming laptop for years that can't even run on battery anymore. This gives him something a little more portable, and out of the Mac Mini, I get something that's gonna have all my mail functionality segregated so that it's not depending on other computers or other devices working. If you haven't caught it yet, I very much believe in compartmentalizing everything. I have a gaming computer, I have a working rendering computer, and now I have a mail computer. I have a laptop that's kind of a last ditch if I'm not at home, if I can't edit at home, and if I have to put something out, that's where I'm gonna work. Primarily, if I'm gonna edit on the deep cool. If I'm gonna game, I'm gonna game on the stealth. Now, I don't wanna bore you to death as to the whys and wherefores, so let's just get right into it. I've got some tips, kind of some of the things that I like to do right when I set up my new computer, so let's check it out. Alright, so here we are set up, and I've already done a couple things. I had a couple other projects that I had to knock out on the Mac, so I've already customized my, I wonder why it opens to all my files. We're gonna have to update that. Let's go to the home folder. You can customize your sidebar from Finder Preferences sidebar, and you can change everything that's there. So I don't need all my files there, I don't need AirDrop there, and I'm actually gonna try to find a way to have it not open to all my files. Oh, there it is, right there. New file, new Finder windows show the home folder. Home folder, if you are new to Mac, is kind of like my documents on the PC side of things. That is where all of your personal folders are located. Unless you have iCloud Drive enabled with the new iCloud desktop, then your desktop and documents are not going to be there, as you can see here. They're actually in the iCloud Drive folder, and they're going to be automatically updated. Now, first and foremost, I actually did take off the App Store icon because, why am I opening this? The App Store icon is removed because I had another project, again, as I said before. So I'm going to leave that, actually, I'm going to dock it back in here because I want to see if there are any updates. This little red icon is, of course, going to show me if there are any updates. We're going to go ahead and just update all right at the same time. This is going to accept the apps that came with this and give us the latest versions. And I'm going to, we're looking for... Once you're signed in, it's going to assign those apps to you. Now, if this is your first Mac, you're going to be then owning those apps. If you already have these apps, as I already do for my previous Mac, I actually will have just the latest version updated. But it does then still kind of assign those apps to your Apple ID. And then if you want to update any of your other apps that you've ever had before, you go to your Purchase tab. It's going to check your history, and there's a ton of stuff that I can update, that I can download rather, and will at some point once I need them. Right off the bat, there are a few things. I had to do this. Whoa! That's a nightmare there. But right off the bat, I had to do this because I can't stand the natural scroll direction. Now, it comes pre-selected as natural scrolling, and if we go into, well, let's say like the App Store, for instance, under Purchase, since we had a bunch of stuff, if it's natural, scrolling down on, like, towards yourself on the scroll bar is actually pulling the page down, not the I don't really know what to call that, but it's not moving that, and that's what I'm used to. That's what I've always had my Windows computer set to, so kind of readjusting to that is really not an option for me. I don't want to have to switch back and forth, so I can just turn that off, and I'm perfectly happy with that. I nixed a bunch of the icons from up here: the eject icon, the AirDrop icon, or not the AirDrop, the AirPlay icon. I'm not going to have any of that. I'm not going to need any of those things. I'm hardwired in, so I actually dumped the Wi-Fi icon as well. I don't put the volume icon because I do have volume controls on my keyboard, so that's not even necessary for me. I like to keep a lean layout because then I don't have anything that gets in the way. Now down here, most of this stuff is staying. I got rid of maps. I got rid of a couple other things. There are a few other things that come right off the bat there. I might leave. Let's leave Siri there for now. I think I'm probably gonna get rid of her. I like using Spotlight. Command space pulls up Spotlight, and that searches just as well as anything I could ask for. The main reason I got this mini is because of Mail. I really like the Mac Mail software. I like how well it handles everything, and when it works well. So I'm going to pair that with Time Machine and back up Mail, make sure everything is backed up so then I don't have any more lost mail issues. I really don't like Outlook. Outlook has more issues than I've ever wanted to deal with when doing mail. So I don't want to deal with it anymore. This is actually the main reason I bought this computer. In here, there are a couple things right off the bat that I don't like that I'm going to switch off. So it doesn't have the sidebar showing. We're going to pop that up right away. Show tab bar. No, not the tab bar. Although, actually, let's leave the tab bar as well. Where is it? View. Mailboxes. That's the one. Sheesh. So you click the mailboxes button, and that is going to pop open the mailbox tab. Now, my iCloud is already set up, but I'm going to add more accounts in a little bit. Once I've done that, they're all going to be listed on the side here. This is going to become a triangle drop-down arrow, so you can open this up and show all the separate inboxes, etc. But as I said, mail is my primary concern, and that's going to be a huge focus for me. In that, I'm trying to gain more of my time management back. I'm trying to get my stuff together, so I'm going to make sure reminders is still open up. I'm going to have reminders on a regular basis. My contacts, I really don't need them here. A couple different ways to get rid of icons off the dock. You can just drag them up until it says remove, or you can right click or control click and hit remove from dock from options. Calendar is going to be key. That's going to have to stay there. Safari is going to stay there, but I'm probably going to switch over to Chrome because all my stuff is in Chrome. But I like to have all my options as well, so I like to make sure that I've got Safari still on there. I'll probably also install Opera and Firefox just so I have my bases covered in case I need something to be checked on whether it works or not. I don't have a ton in iTunes. I'm probably going to just get rid of it off the dock. I don't use messages at all. That can go away. iTunes Quick Tour. Let's see. Am I signed in? I don't even think I'm signed in. I don't really care. Like I said, I don't really use iTunes. I kind of hate iTunes for the most part. So I'm gonna just dump that, and we're not gonna even deal with it. Close. First quit. Come on. And then that. Alright, so we're getting leaner and leaner down here. I do like to keep system preferences on the dock just so it's quick and easy access. But I think there's a way to get a shortcut for that. So once I get that figured out, I'll probably dump the icon off the dock. Again, I just like to keep it real clean. I don't want to have to figure out where things are and try to like narrow down what I'm looking for down here. The downloads folder is always going to stay there. The trash can't be removed. Finder can't be removed. I do like to have access to the downloads folder. That is one of the few things on Mac that I genuinely like, along with Mail and Time Machine. The downloads folder being on the dock there and it's a constant reminder that you have things in there if there are things in the download folder. I'm one of the biggest perpetrators when it comes to not cleaning out your downloads folder. I spent 3 hours doing that on my 2 computers one day, and it's because I just never emptied the downloads. I had Flash installers and Java installers going back 10 versions, and it was disgusting. So having something like this is definitely beneficial. Alright folks, nothing too fancy, just wanted to show how I have my Mac set up and how I like to set up my new computers. I want to make sure everything's clean. I don't want anything that I don't need being in my way to get to stuff that I do need. If you have any tips and tricks on setups, make sure you leave them in the comments below. Appreciate you guys for watching. Make sure you come back next week for another tech video. Wednesday, of course, for a 1 Minute Wednesday and all that other good stuff during the week. See you guys in the next one.